here. Oh, it's been quite the day so far. I've been awfully busy and I'm kind of tired and I just want to kick back and relax. So I tell you what, why don't we just kick back, you and me and Charlie and his buddy Scrappy the Branch. Why don't we just sit back and I feel like doing a painting. Uh, Not a great big detailed painting, but just a nice painting of a place for it to be kind of nice to be. So I tell you what, why don't you get yourself comfortable and join me as I paint and we can chat and just have a nice quiet time. So that being said, I've got my watercolors out and I'm going to turn around here at the table and get busy. So come on and join me. Well, all right, then here we are. You know, it's always good to be able to paint with friends. And this might be a little different than the normal painting lesson. I'm just going to paint and talk and just have a good time. I'm going to do a little spritz here on it. I want it a little wet. Just a couple more. There. Okay, that's so I can get the paint to diffuse. Now, I've made my purple out of alizarin crimson and ultramarine blue. Okay, I'm just going to go right over where this tree is going to be because it doesn't need anything special. Okay, there we go. Okay, we will put the purple in. We're not going to fuss because we know that this is going to dry a lot lighter than it's going on. Okay, so we're going to just come in here like this. Okay, just like this. And put the purple in. Okay, now I'm going to take some tissue paper. I'm just going to tap like this. Like that. We're going to just smooth out this here edge like that. Just like that. Now, I'm going to come into one of my favorite colors, which is Naples yellow. And I'm going to put Naples yellow in here. And I'm running it right up into the purple so that it can all diffuse together and work together instead of against each other and against me. Okay, just like this. This be the background that we want, that we're looking for. Just like that, okay? Okay, now we're just going to come and put a little bit darker of that right around in here. And I promise you probably never notice any of this when we get more foreground in. Now, to get more foreground, I'm just going to come into the blue, into the ultramarine blue. Okay, and I'm going to come over and I'm going to grab a little bit of Payne's Gray, which is blue and black. And all we're doing is just kind of knocking that color down. Okay, we're settling it down. We're making it so that it isn't as dynamic as it would be. Okay. This is what we call the ugly stage, because this is the stage before anything else is really done. This is the stage most artists don't like people to see, because people just generally don't understand that we've got to get the blocks in. Okay, now I made that color even darker. Okay, made it even darker. This is very misty painting, okay? And because it's very misty, we want everything just kind of pastel-y like this, okay? Just like that. Now when all this stuff dries, then we can come in and we'll do a little bit, some detail work, and we can darken things. Okay, now, I want you to plug your ears or turn your volume down, because I'm going to use my hair dryer to dry this thing down, okay? Here we go. I know that was kind of loud, but saves time, and it also helps the paper to flatten back down, which is what we want it to do. Okay, now I'm back into the Payne's Gray, okay, and in our lessons you remember how we make color thicker, and in making it thicker, what we do is we make it so we can paint with more opaqueness. Okay, now we're going to deal with this area right in here. Now you see, I'm just kind of tapping the brush, just kind of tapping it like that. There will be lighter areas and darker areas, and that's perfectly all right. Perfectly all right. Because your mind will immediately determine those as being clumps of bushes and such as that. Now, right along the top here, I've got basically just water on that brush so that it will just pull this up like that. Okay, there we go. There we go. This thing is getting ready to go. Okay, now, more crimson, more ultramarine blue. Okay. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just come up here like this, and we know this is going to dry lighter, so we're okay. And we're just going to pull some stuff like this. Like that. And if I want that a little bit more blue, I can do that too. I'll just put some blue on the brush, and we'll just let it be dry brushed on, just like that. Just like that. Take my tissue and just dab. Okay, I'm pulling off some that I really don't need. Okay, there we go. I just want to reinforce a little of our sky right here, just like this. See? You can do this with watercolor. It works marvelous. Okay? Just like this. There's no magic here. My goodness. No magic. There we go. There we go. Now's when we usually take a break and go have some coffee, but I just feel like to continue painting. Okay, looky, see, now I'm going over the top of what's there, and I'm just putting some more motion in here, just like that. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to indicate that there are some other trees here. As soon as I find the brush that I'm looking for, there we go. And we're going to come into that same Payne's gray, purpley color, okay? But we don't want it very opaque. Now we're just going to come in here, we're just going to pull some stuff up, like that. We're just going to pull some stuff up. And all we're doing is just making something to make you think that there's something there that really isn't. See how I just blended that out? It's still wet, I can do that. And for my friends that are wondering, yes, Scrappy Branch will be here. Can't do a painting without Scrappy. He'd get all kinds of upset. So, there's Scrappy right there. There he is. Now, he said, let's, now that this has settled down, let's go into some green. I think I'm going to go into a little bit of the yellow green, okay? And I'm just going to put a little bit of yellow green in here. Just a kiss, as one of my old teachers would have said, just a kiss to make the eye feel good. Okay, there we go. This is somewhat fun, I think. All right, now, I've got to darken up with more Payne's gray into that purple and blue mixture. You see, I'm using the same colors over and over and over again. And I'm doing that for a reason, because I want this to be very harmonious, okay? Now, let's see. I'm using my rotating easel. And I'm going to put in some trees here. Okay. Unlike the demonstrations that you normally see where they're actually speeding things up, I'm not speeding anything up here. This is real time, okay? This is real time. We're going to take this right down into the dark where it belongs. Okay? And we're just going to let it disappear down there. Like that. Okay? We're going to bring him up. Now this is not all watery or anything. This is fairly thick, which is what it needs to be. Take him down here and let him disappear. I'm going to take just a touch of water. And he does have a buddy, a second tree, that appears as though it comes out of him, but actually I'm pretty sure it is behind him. Okay, let's just take this down, just like that. Just like that. We'll put some more paint in there while it's still wet, and we'll just let it diffuse like that. There we go. There we go. There we go. And we've got a couple of more trees over here. So we'll just pull this out. But like I started to say, you see a lot of tutorials and they're painting very quickly. And a lot of times everything is sped up by 2 or 3 times. Okay. And it may make you think that in order to be successful, you have to paint that fast, and nothing could be farther from the truth. You paint at your own pace. Paint at your own pace. Don't let yourself be influenced by that. Okay. Paint at your own pace. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to get a brush that's even finer. Okay. And we're going to hold the brush almost vertically. Okay. We're going to pull some branches here and there. Out of our tree. Okay. That noise you hear is a C-17 flying over my house. Okay, there we go. We don't want to go branch crazy on these things, but we do need some branches. Okay, there we go. And branches are basically wise. That's all. Okay. And we got some branches coming down here like that. Just feather touch. Just feather touch. I mean, what would a tree be if it didn't have some extra branches? Okay, we'll put some right here on this guy. See, I went up in there and it was still a little too wet, so it diffused, and we didn't want that. We didn't want that. Scrappy, there you go, buddy. Okay, and we've got a few more here, just like that. Now, let's turn it around. See what we've got. Oh, look, we have a forest. Okay, now, let's put the little liner brush away. We'll come back to the bigger brush. Now, we got to mix this up a little bit more of the purpley color. Blue, the ultramarine blue and the alizarin crimson make a beautiful, beautiful dark color. Okay, and if we throw some brown in it, it almost goes to a black. In fact, a lot of folks use that color as their black. So ultramarine blue and alizarin crimson and burnt sienna gives you a marvelous, marvelous black. Now, let's put some foliage in here. Let's put some foliage in here. We're just tippy tapping. That's all we're doing. Just tippy tapping. Like this. Just that ways. Now here is where you can get into trouble if you're working from a photograph. Most people automatically want to make the thing look just like the photograph. Well, no, you don't have to. It's your painting. A teacher of mine a long time ago said, the painting is your world. You are the almighty creator. And so therefore, you put what you want where you want. And that's what we're doing. We're putting what we want where we want. Okay? And it works very, very well. Okay, now, I'm kind of aiming this down because as trees get their branches, okay, as trees get their branches, the branches, as they get heavier, want to point downward. It's that little thing called gravity. Let gravity win. Let the branches with the foliage drop down as it gets down the tree. It gets heavier. Okay. Let's grab just a little of that green. Not a lot. Just a little to kind of tint a little bit here. This will tease the people when they're looking at it. Okay, we're done with those things. We leave them alone because if we keep messing with them, we're liable to lose everything. We don't want to do that. Okay, here we go. We're putting a little darker stuff in down here. Okay, putting some darker stuff in down here just to have some action down in there. Look, let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's do that. Just like that. And you know, I think we've just about come to the end of our painting. I can't tell you how much I have enjoyed having you paint with me today. I appreciate you very, very much. And thank you for being here. By goodness, we've got us a fine looking little painting. It was relaxing and I enjoyed it very much. See, you can do some really nice stuff with watercolor. All you got to do is just relax and let it happen. And we did, and it happened. Okay? Join me next time, and we will explore painting again together. It'll probably be a couple of 2 or 3 weeks because we're doing some moving right now and it's going to be a little hectic. But I wanted to get this done and posted for you. Thank you, my friends. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment and let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. God bless.